Okay, we're going to show you where your coffee sort of not comes from, but what it takes for it to get to the table. This is Benji. Benji's the supervisor and ranch manager here of our farms, and he's picking coffee right now. And you can see that coffee grows on these trees here, and you have to pick them off, and you got to dry them. And you can see inside there, look at the cherries. Wow. Okay, and the cherries are sweet. They got like a sweet outer layer on them. Then you have to dry the cherry or take off the shell. And then you wait, what does it take, Benji? Like 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks to dry?
To dry and then pop it, dehydrate it, and then we roast it from there.
And you roast them from there. Then you got to go ahead and actually hull them too. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of movement. You know, and if you see a lot of plants that have, well, herbicides or glyphosate sprayed on them, it goes into the trees too. You can see that it's not being sprayed on the tree, but you would be actually uptaking it from the grass. So you got to watch when you can, trying to buy any coffee that is when they're using a lot of herbicides, because it's not easy to go ahead and grow without pesticides at all or herbicides, because farming's not easy to do, guys. What it takes to just get coffee to the table or chocolate on the table, you have no idea how much work that it takes to get that good cup of coffee in the morning. How long does it take to go ahead and grow coffee as far as?
3 years.
3 years?
For plant to produce 3 years. It produces in 2 years, but in 3 years is the full house. So yeah, it takes 3 years, and there we go. This tree is around 3 years.
Yep, 3 years old.
Yeah.
And they produce once a year or twice?
Once a year, seasonable.
Okay.
It's about season, yeah.
So anyways, just wanted to show you coffee, just like anything that you get from any, you know, you go to the store and it magically shows up on the counter and in a bag. Thanks, Benji. And you wonder how it got there. Well, it had to be farmed. So if it had to be farmed, well, then that means there was a lot of work that went into it if it was done correctly. And most of the time, farming is not done correctly at all. It's done, well, commercially. And commercially means that you're gonna use anything you can to be able to get these things to grow. And these are avocados. And the avocados, again, they grow because the plant has the right amount of minerals, it has enough water, and you can tell if the plant has herbicides on it because the bottom around the tree would be all brown because the Roundup kills all this grass on the ground, but the problem is it goes into the trees, the glyphosate, and it goes into your food and you eat it. So farmers that put this chemical on the ground, they've got a big problem, is because when they spray it, they get it on their feet, they get it on their legs, they're breathing it. So the reason you put on herbicides is to make it so this grass right here will not have to be, well, either taken by hand because you can't get the tractor under here, or you have to weed eat it. We use the weed eater. So I just wanted to show you what it takes just to be able to do a little farming. I've been farming now for about 9 years up in Hawaii. And let me tell you, farming should be like the number one. If it's done correctly, I don't care if it's any type of farming, animal farming, food farming, should be done with sustainable, redeemable practices. Because if not, all you do is just wind up having a lot of problems with, well, the farmers getting sick from the pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides, and then if you use them, they go down into the rivers down here, and then you go swimming in the rivers, and the rivers, of course, go down into the ocean, and then you swim in the ocean. So you can see that, well, spraying any of these herbicides on the ground will do what the farmers want them to do, which of course is make it so it's easier to farm, but then again, at what cost? Okay guys, that's it. We'll see you on the next video. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Aloha. We'll see you.